Hi everyone, welcome to Secret Garden. Today we'll talk about the measuring and control equipment for the mini grow box. In particular, we're going to control light, temperature and humidity. With the light control, everything is simple. The length of the artificial daylight hours for a plant can be controlled using the cheapest mechanical timer. Of course, there are more advanced options, but there is no particular need for them. Such a Hygrometer is suitable for measuring temperature and humidity. You'll find it on AliExpress at a price from $1.50 to $2. Install the sensor inside the grow box and display outside, so you can see the measurements. The ventilation will work continuously, and the reading of the Hygrometer will warn you about the need for active measures, such as ventilate the room where the grow box is located, or trim some excess leaves in order to reduce humidity in the grow box. As the ventilation is constantly switched on, humidity in the grow box can drop below the recommended level. Well, it won't be ideal, but neither it will be critical. If you're looking for a simple solution, this is the way to go. If you're handy and not looking for easy ways, I can suggest to install Thermostat. I bought it on AliExpress for $8.50. It has 2 relays and indicators of temperature and humidity, as well as 4 buttons for setting it up. It is powered by 12 volts. With this inexpensive device, you can automatically maintain humidity and temperature levels within the required limits. I will connect it as follows. 12 volts go to the central 2 contacts. They power the device itself. One of the ventilation power supply wires will be cut and extended, split in 2 and connected to the right contacts of the relays. Let's mark it with orange. From the left contact on the relays, the wire will return back to the ventilation power supply. Let's mark it with yellow. So, depending on the level of humidity and temperature, the relay will close and open the contacts, turning on and off the ventilation for the grow box. As you see, not too complicated at all. The Hygrostat itself will be located on the front panel. It just so happened that there is a convenient place for it. Take out the DVD drive cover and sand it so it can be inserted and pulled out without unnecessary effort. Connect the wires. Cut the ventilation power wire according to the previously designed circuit. Solder the yellow and orange wires respectively. If you don't have a soldering iron, then use some kind of connectors, or just twist them together. By the way, I reuse the same wires that I once cut from the same PC case. Isolate with shrink tubes or insulation tape. I fasten wires using hot glue. Attach 12 volts wires to the connector. This will be our connectors through which we are going to power our 12 volt devices, Hygrothermostat and internal fan. You can fasten the connector later using hot glue if required. I temporarily remove LED lamp so it is not in the way while I'm doing the wiring. Use shrink tubing pieces as a wire organizer. Fasten them to the grow box using hot glue. Pull the wires through the mylar. Reinforce the place of the cut with a sticky tape, so it doesn't tear any further. Connect the wires according to the previously designed schema. I use connectors so that if necessary I can disconnect them and completely remove the front panel. But indeed, this is not mandatory. fixing everything with the hot glue. Mark the connectors so that in the future they're not mixed up. Of course, it will be better to use different connectors, but I did not have them at hand, so I just marked them with different colors. Pull sensor wires through the mylar as we did with the power wires before. Attach sensor with the hot glue. We attach all the connectors and install the front panel in place. I power both 5 and 12 volt circuits from the same adapter, as it has both outlets available, USB, which is 5 volt, and the outlet with an adjustable voltage, which I set to 12 volts. This is indeed very convenient. Let's set the required temperature and humidity levels. The left button sets the level at which the ventilation is turned on. The right button sets the level at which it turns off. In order to increase humidity, I sprayed a little bit of water in the grow box. Pay attention to the rapidly growing readings. And now the ventilation turned on and the humidity level is rapidly decreasing. The next most important thing is the fan. It has two functions in the grow box: to mix the air and create small vibrations on the plant itself, therefore accelerating the flow of its internal fluids. Unfortunately, the fan I ordered did not arrive on time, so I decided to use an 80mm fan left over from one of the previous projects. It is quite noisy, but as a temporary solution it will do. Extend the legs with dowels to increase the gap between the cooler and the wall. I glued to the back wall and power it from the already installed 12 volt connector. Now, if you're a perfectionist, since all the wiring has been laid, you can cover the remaining patches with the aluminium tape. This will also help to eliminate remaining light leaks. The inlet vents are located in the bottom, and if everything is left as it is, they will give a powerful flare. They will be partially covered by a hydroponics container, but this will not solve the problem completely. I once bought this air filter on Amazon. Having darkened it with a green dye, I used it to lay out the bottom of the grow box, this way almost completely eliminating light leaks. It also helps to keep dust and insects away. Inlet vents in the bottom are optional. You can also make them in the back wall or under the front panel. Just don't make them too large, otherwise the inside fan will push air out of the grow box, filling your room with the smell of weed. If you have any questions or suggestions for improving the design, write it in the comment section below. In the next episode we'll assemble a mini hydroponics system. And that's it for today. Happy growing everyone, goodbye.